Hey guys, this is Oren Productions, aka Nano473, and I am back in Yo-Jin-Bo the Bodyguards Part 16. We're gonna begin the new chapter thingy. Yeah, so that's nice. Good. Alright, let's go. Beach music? Thank you. It's not the same without the beach music. I can hear them. Yeah, you can. Yes. They really must be fighting hard if we can hear them this far. We'd run a long way, but the battle behind us was still audible. There was the sound of metal meeting metal, footsteps and scream and cries of anger. Munishige, can you hear Munishike's voice? I think that would be impossible with all the confusing. Anyway, you probably shouldn't talk too much. It will make it harder for you to breathe. Yes. Ouch, I stubbed my toe hard. Are you alright? It must be difficult to run in those sandals. Everybody else was able to talk easily as they ran. They had enough spare energy to worry about me. I glanced at Yo's face from the side. When I looked carefully, it seemed like he was trying to endure something. When he realized I was looking at him, he smiled brightly. Those two are doing their best. All we can do is to do our best, miss. Oh, he's worried. Yes. Of course it was painful for Yo going ahead, leaving his friends behind, but he didn't want me to worry, so he was smiling. Let's rest here. What, resting already? If we're going to do this, then it will be pointless to leave a rear guard behind. Sorry. Yo's burrow suddenly seized either side by the collar. The lady's running as fast as she can, can't you see that? Stop, Yo. We can't quarrel among ourselves at a time like this. But if we were starting to fight now, then leaving the rear guard behind us would be even more pointless. Yo loosened his hold on Ita's collar. Ita's wordlessly straightened his rump of clothes. Ita, your silence is a virtue. If in one of your less virtuous moments you say something to cause discord in our little group, I will kill you. Understood? Okay. Man, Yo, I think it's time for us to part ways with the decoy team now. Already? I'll follow your decision, Tsubaki, but if you think this is the right place to split up, then it's the right place to split up. Right, Yo? I'm fine with that. I was going to have to say goodbye. Again. Just thinking about it has made me feel lonely. Say, guys, why don't we all head for the castle together? Princess, we've already decided that Yo and me will be the decoy. Right, no matter how strong Jin and Munishige are, they'll let our enemies pass eventually. We need to draw them away when that happens. That was true, but we really can't just go together. We were hired to return you safely to the castle, and you must fulfill that duty. Besides, Bo will do a fine job taking you to the castle. You can relax. But, miss, you're worried about something, aren't you? I know. You're scared of it, right? Huh? Well, maybe a little bit. Wait! Shit. Excuse me, someone came to see me without knocking. That's no surprise, but if nothing else, he's very skilled, so he'll save you if you're in danger. Probably. Well, at least Bo is with you. Probably. Shall we go then? Yo, man. Go straight to this road through the woods, about 2 miles. You should come upon the enemy soon. Hide in the trees to the right and lie in wait. Right, so we don't let them know that the princess isn't with us. Shouldn't we try to pick them off while we're hiding? Yes, I want you to distract them as much as you can. How long do you think you'll be able to fight them before they realize? At most an hour. That doesn't give us enough time to get away. I want you to buy us 2 hours. 2 hours? No problem. I'm here, aren't I? I can mimic the princess voice and posture well enough to hold them off a little longer. What will you do, Bo? We'll cut the left through the woods towards the cliffs. There will be no place to hide on the bare rocks, so we will arrive in the dark and go to the highway at dawn. Once we come out of the highway, we will go straight to the castle without stopping. Maybe we shouldn't talk about our plans anymore, What are you saying? If they were captured by the enemy, they might tell them are rude. Neither Yo or Man's that sort of person. But they're only human, and they value their own lives. If they were captured and facing death, then they would both choose death. That's the sort of men they are. You might not understand it, but there are people like that in the world. Well, I don't particularly care either, whether they betray us or not. You idiot! You complete jerk! Even when you're about to part with your friends, all you can say is that sort of nonsense. Princess. Oh, pretty impressive, miss. It was the first time I've ever hit a man, but I've hit a lot of women. Women, maybe. All of the sorrow overflowing my heart had turned into rage, and before I could stop myself, I'd slapped it as I across the face. Now, look, you made her cry. I was the one who got hit. That's not the problem here. It is you know even less about women than Jin does. Worse than Jin, that's practically a pathological illness. It's just receiving the deathbed confession. Okay, next patient. I don't understand. Well, they're just talking nonsense. What are you two doing? The princess is crying and you're... Well, that's exactly why we're doing this. Once she's stuck with the two of you, things will only get gloomier and more painful. It'll be a fate worse than death, right? I hiccuped and wiped my tears. Listening to that ridiculous little routine, I couldn't help but stop crying and smile instead. Oh, she laughed. Good. She didn't look like she was laughing. You definitely look cutest when you're smiling, miss. Yes, but still, isn't it a bit strange? What? Women either laugh or cry. Pick one. That's right, she's laughing while she's crying. That takes talent. I was actually aware of their kindness. What am I doing crying in front of everybody? I'd made them worry. Shh! Bo cut off their laughter with a raised hand, listening intently. He stared back into the woods. The way we've come. This is bad. We've cut off with us. Because we are talking all the time instead of just going and doing. This frustrates me. God. There she is. We found her. It's Hatsahime. We can't run. Change of plans. Yo, Mama, you take care of this. Okay, leave it to us. Idasai, you go quickly with the princess. Hurry up, woman. As he screamed this, Idasai grabbed hold of my arm and began to run. I heard something behind me. Then a dagger was rushing towards me. Bells were fastened at its handle, and it jingled faintly next to my ear. The sound of those bells was like a deathly whisper. That hurts! Please don't pull me so hard! If you don't want to die, run faster. I knew I had to run, but he was being too rough. Idasai, please wait! Why are you dawdling in an emergency like this? Move your feet, woman! I know, but I'm not some sort of animal. I'm not going to ask you to treat me gently or anything, but please treat me at least decently. This is your life, Sayori. Don't fucking think about him being a gentleman. He's not, okay? You can clearly see that. He's saving you. That's at least something instead of being... Well, I don't want to. Let's move. Jeez. Fine. Later. Go now. No, you stop right now. I'm not moving. Sayori, you bitch. He's actually trying to save you. What pain. I can hear you. Right, alright, what am I supposed to say? I want you to stop running, princess. Then, when you ask someone to do something, you say please, don't you? Fine, please, I want you to run. Alright, shall we go then? A troublesome creature, really troublesome creature. What? Little by little, the path grew steeper, and the trees around us became smaller and explosive. We were gaining altitude. Suddenly, I remembered the view from the ski lifts when I had gone skiing with my father. Back then, I would never imagined something like this would happen to me. Looks like you and Man has managed to hold them off this. We managed to shake them off. What's so funny? Nothing else, just thinking that you two get along well. Huh? But I'm not going for Idasai, I'm going for... Jeez. Idasai has only released my hand, which he has been gripping tightly. For the instant, his face had seemed flushed, but maybe it was just my imagination. I'm sorry. You don't have to apologize, you know. I'm going to scout ahead. While I'm doing, you should get some rest. Princess, Idasai, you got her. Yeah. Jeez. Am I going for Idasai instead? Apparently. Tsubaki disappeared into the greenery. I could hear some bird alarmed by his presence flapping wing. Soon all was still. He was so quiet, being alone with Idasai like this. I realized for the first time how silent the mountain just was. Just a little while ago it seemed noisy as a classroom during break. They're all like middle school kids. I smiled, remembering everybody's laughing faces. They were always fooling around, but it had been a lot of fun. I desperately hoped they were safe. I glanced at Idasai from the corner of my eyes. The back of his back was turned to me, seemed almost like a rejection. I wanted to make him turn around. Idasai, what is it? Thank you. For what? For holding my hand. I don't need your thanks. You were... Shut up. Talking to you disturbs my concentration. But I'm telling you to be quiet. At last he turned around. The people after us are ninjas, and they're very good at disguising their presence. If I talk, I can't concentrate. Yes, but your wounds. I had realized that he'd been pulling me along. The bandage tied around his ankle had some loose, and I'd caught a glimpse of blood seeping out. It's only a scratch. Probably. Please let me take a look. No. Minishige told me that ninjas often put poisoning in weapons, so you have to be careful. And even if you do look at it, what can you do? Are you a doctor? No, but still. The conversation had ended and Idasai turned his back to me again. Why did he close himself off to everybody else? I chewed on my lips, saying nothing. The silence came rushing back. But Tsubaki reappeared, beckoning towards him. Let's go. Yes. Just as I moved, someone whispered in my ear. Don't get too fond of me. Don't trust me. He spoke much more sadly and softly than usual. Really, he looked kind of creepy while saying it. What was Idasai trying to say? Did he hate me? Was I a nuisance to him? Why am I on Idasai's path? I'm gonna check if I did something. Well, let's hope I'm doing things right. I stared up at him, unable to hide my confusion, but he only walked away as if nothing had happened. Eventually, I followed him. A wordless march continued for several more hours, broken by only the occasional pauses to catch your breath. Tsubaki would occasionally smile and say something encouraging, but Idasai said nothing at all and would not answer when spoken to. The sun began slipping into the west. What? Shh, be quiet. Idasai, hide yourself. What could it be? Suddenly, Tsubaki took me by the shoulders and pushed me into the underground. Do they know we're here? To the ground, not the underground. What? I don't know, but there aren't many of them. A scouting party? Yes, spies sent out to investigate the whereabouts, no doubt. Can you see them? Yeah, 2. I see 2 in this direction as well. How impudent of them. Idasai started to draw his sword, though Tsubaki raised a hand to stop him. No, let's not start something unpleasant. What are we supposed to do then? Stand here and die? If we turn back, we will have wasted Yo and Mo-san's efforts to buy us time. We have no choice but to go through them. Luckily, there are only 4 of them. What is it? What? You don't seem like your usual self. You're normally not this positive. I just want to kill them. Don't read too much into it. But we can't leave the princess here by herself. Then I'll go alone. Very well, I'll leave this to you then. While you're distracting the enemy, we'll make it to the cliffs. Right. Alright, princess, one last push. Please use all the energy you have left. We're going to start running. Yes. I'm going, ma'am. Twigs crackled under Idasai's rapid footsteps. What? Who are you? Look. The enemy. Swoosh. Slice. Princess, now. Okay. I'm pretty sure I got off to a good start, running as hard as I could, but before I'd gone more than a few yards... Yeah! Princess! I'm sorry, my sandal strap broke. Please excuse me. Oh. Suddenly I was being scooped up by Bo. Bo, no, Tsubaki. Tsubaki? Well, we'll go like this. I'll fix your sandal later. Still holding me, Tsubaki began to run. His face was very close. Too close. What is it? Your face is red. No, it's nothing. I knew it wasn't the right time for this sort of thing, but while I was racing, I wondered if Tsubaki could hear the sound of my heartbeat. I had to get a hold of myself. If you're embarrassed, you can close your eyes. No, it's not that. I'm not embarrassed. He found me out. Oh, I'm sorry, God. I didn't mean to be such a complete liar, but looking straight at Tsubaki's handsome face. Okay, I have to end the episode here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!